guys, in today's video I am playing the Type 64 Tier 6 Chinese light tank. Now, I don't plan on featuring a lot of lower tier gameplay on the channel because I don't find it that interesting or challenging, and especially not this tank because it is pretty overpowered. So again, it doesn't really, I don't feel it shows that much talent involved in playing it. It's basically steel clubbing. But I did tell somebody I was going to feature a good Type 64 replay on the channel, so I'm just showing it to you guys because I do get a very rare medal out of it as well, and hopefully it'll give you just some ideas about light tank gameplay. You can certainly, hone light tank gameplay by playing lower tiers. It does take some skill to play light tanks, even of lower tier as well, so hopefully you still get something out of it. So initially I take this bush here on the hill, which is kind of a riskier bush to take, but because it's a lower tier game where the view ranges are lower, I feel comfortable coming to this particular bush. And you can see I get a spot on the Panzer IV H there, get a track shot right off the back, he repairs, and I'm just, peppering this guy. Doesn't take very much to get him killed right away, because the hit points are so low at the lower tiers, which is now obviously changed in patch 1.9, which is a positive change. And still just waiting here, seeing if I'm going to spot anything. Nothing else is coming through, so I decide to relocate. I see we've lost two tanks in the middle, and now their AMX has been spotted there, along with the T-37. So I relocate, move up to the kind of ridgeline here, and start shooting him from behind. Put two in. That second one was kind of lucky to go in. And this third one there, that was a real pixel snipe as well, so I was getting pretty favorable accuracy rolls there. Get spotted, start moving in immediately. There Leo is just making a rush for our cap, basically, probably to try and kill our artillery, so I'm going to go chase him down and take him out, because as soon as he's dead, then I will have the field to myself, which is always something you want as a light tank. So the bishop picks up the kill on him there, and now all their lights are dead. So very commanding position for me to be in. And we still have a Leo alive on our team, so now we have a pretty big advantage in terms of being able to control the vision on the map. So I'm going to go back to the forest now, and I want to basically join where the leopard is and try and sweep around the K line there and pick off the enemy T-34M from the flank and hopefully spot their artillery camping in the back and take them out. So you can see he's starting to run away now because he's getting pressured. And right here, I make a bit of a mistake. I've been spotted, but I stop anyway and start shooting at him, which could have been pretty bad for me. Having been spotted, I probably should have just kept moving and tried to get into cover, but I just wanted to try and pick up that kill on him, and it did work out, but I would say that was fairly risky on my part. And again, here, I'm getting lit, and then I just basically stopped to shoot here in the open, which, again, this is very risky, and you can see I take a hit there from the M10, which I really didn't need to do that. I could have gotten safe and then tried to, kill him from a more safe position where I wasn't spotted. So it was an unnecessary risk on my part, which you should try to minimize at all times when you're playing a light tank. It's certainly not the best way to do it. Here it's a little bit better because I've got some cover on my left flank that's keeping me safe, and this T1 can't really get a very good shot on me because of the position he's in and the wreck of the Sherman sitting in front of me, so I'm able to just keep him perma-track there, but I am still somewhat vulnerable to artillery sitting there, so it is a little risky on my part. So now that he's taken out, we can see most of their tanks are just kind of on the 1, 2, 3 line. They've been boxed into that corner now, so I want to move up and see if I can take some of them out. And the position I'm going to take here on the north side of the church is very strong. So just a little bit about this position right here. This position on the north side of the church, you can only play this position when you're on north spawn once you've taken control of the east flank of the forest here. If I was to just come to this position right off the bat, if the enemy had tanks in the forest and I got lit, they'd be able to shoot at me from this flank. So the only reason I'm going here is because we control all this side of the map. Otherwise, it's quite a risky position because the enemy team, they can play on the south side of the church here. If you're south spawn, you can play here, and the steeple, you can hide on the left side of that steeple there and be safe from the field. So the south side of the church from the south spawn is more safe. North side, you have to have more map control in order to play it. But once you do have that map control, you can see here, it is a strong position because I can just move up to these bushes here, and I can spot these guys, and I can back up, and I can start shooting at them. Now at this point, my luck runs out a little bit with the accuracy. A lot of these shots don't connect as I would like them to, so putting a blind shot towards the P-43 there. And unfortunately, my team are not playing very safely. A lot of them are just dying for no reason, so I'm trying to take these guys out as quickly as I can, because if we're down a gun, we're down about 800 hit points right now, so it's still very much a losable game for us. Not assured at all. Already picks up the kill on the P-43 there, trying to take out this Sherman Jumbo, just putting some blind shots out, hopefully connecting, but he hasn't been killed yet, so he managed to escape. See their Excalibur now kind of running along the top of the ridgeline there, so I'm just waiting to see if he's going to poke out or not, and I can put some shots into him, but he stops behind that house, so I can't get any shots on him. And the enemy artillery's been tearing us up. So now I start to move up because I want to see if I can spot him for our artillery, see if I can spot the enemy artillery and any other tanks that might be hiding in the back. So start moving up here, poke up, take a look, spot one of the artillery, put a shot towards him, misses unfortunately, get lit now, and I'm just looking around, making sure it's safe for me to sit there and still try and put some shots into him. And at this point, the Churchill starts moving up on me. So immediately I try and get the hell out of here, firing on the move. I put my this house between me and him so he can't shoot at me. I see he's not a very good player, so he's probably not going to figure out to just shoot the house down. So that keeps me covered, and he's getting shot by our T-34-85 as well. So now he's a one-shot. He's not going to last very much longer. I decided not to poke out on him because the Excalibur might come around on me, so I'm just kind of moving back up to the hill now to see if I can spot anybody. Spot the Excalibur again. He's still just sitting up there. I get lit in return. T-34 picks up the kill on the Churchill 1, and I'm just kind of figuring out what I want to do here, and then, oh shit, KV-2, I get incredibly lucky. KV-2 does not one-shot me, which I really should have been. I think he just hit my track, thank God. If he had hit me anywhere else, I would have been dead for sure, but the shot, I believe, went into my track, so I only took 400 damage from that, and I lived to fight another day, so I was being a little bit over-aggressive there, just waiting in one position for too long, just asking for that to happen. Excalibur rushes me, my team manages to keep me safe, and they pick up the kill on him. So right now I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how do I want to approach this KV-2, who's the biggest threat remaining on the enemy team? What am I going to do about the Sherman Jumbo as well, who's still, I don't know exactly where he is, and I'm telling my teammate now in the Jackson to start moving up, because, you know, the Sherman was on pretty low HP, and I really need this guy to help at this point in time. And you're going to see in a second, Jackson's full HP, so like he has really no excuse. Like, he's got to get in the fight now. Right there, Sherman gets spotted. I managed to put a shot into his ass here, put a second one in, pick up the kill. KV-2 is actually poked forward a little bit now. He's advanced on the T-34-85. He's not paying attention. He's stunned by artillery as well. T-34 gets the kill. I spot one of the artillery here, aiming on him. Pick up the kill there, blind shot. Now I'm down to 2 rounds on the move. I fire one, misses, and now aiming the last one. Last shot, kill the last tank alive. You may or may not know what that is, but that's Fadin's medal. So Fadin's medal, super rare medal. You get it for killing the last enemy tank on the enemy team in a pub battle with your last remaining round of ammunition, and it's very, very rare, and I managed to get it in this battle. So besides the fact that it's, you know, just a rare medal, I think you know, it was a reasonably well played battle on my part. You saw I made some mistakes, so it gives you an idea of things that you should definitely not be doing in the light tank, especially one that's as lightly armored as this one. Even though it is an overpowered tank, it is still a very fragile light tank. Definitely has no armor whatsoever. You can see it's open top turret, so high explosive rounds, especially artillery KV2s, are typically destroy this thing in one hit. So I was certainly playing risky, but managed to pull off the win still. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle, and I will see you next time.
I don't know what you want. Let's have